All right then.
All right, nurse. Is this nurse or is this Eupha? No, this is Juna.
Hey.
We're finally fighting Louise tomorrow. If you don't mind, there's somewhere I'd like to go before the fight. Will you come with me? Yes, I will. Here we are.
Hold on a second.
Tomorrow's the battle we've put our lives on the line for. I thought I'd let Rella and Fidelio know. Is this place sentimental?
This place...
Here.
It was here that my sister lived and treated the sick. She saw that work as her atonement, but she saved so many lives in the process. Fidelio and Basilio were two of those people. She brought them back from the brink of death. Feels like ages ago now. Rella and Fidelio kept their emotions buried deep, but the love they had for my singing was real, wasn't it? They loved more than that.
No.
Their love wasn't limited to your voice. I wonder if that's true. Oh, it definitely is. I've just spoken with Basilio, and he's convinced that Fidelio, loved you. And I'm inclined to agree. Sometimes I think singing is all I amount to, and while I'm proud it's made me self-sufficient, it can be a lonely way to live. I guess sometimes I just want to be accepted for who I am as a person and not just a pretty voice.
And?
Why am I spilling my guts like this? I accept you. As a person, Juna.
Huh?
Now hold on, you can't just say that kind of thing with a straight face. I call foul. Then again, you did make me a promise, remember? You promised we'd make a world where people could listen to me sing with peace in their hearts, and thinking about it, something struck me. Where would you be in that scenario? Listening from a faraway throne, or would you be by my side? I've been meaning to ask you that, but I kept putting it off. Your answer would feel like our story's end, and I'm not ready for it to be over.
Yep.
Are you coming on to me, Juna? I don't know. I'm kind of the mind that Eupha is best girl. Just saying. So we'll ask you when this is truly all over, after the day of hero, and you become king. Then you can answer me. I look forward to it.
Thanks.
Thanks. Now I feel like I can fight with everything I've got tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow will be the performance of a lifetime. I expect you in the audience, Rella, Fidelio. Well, it's getting late. Let's head back.
Look at this.
Oh, one more thing. I wanted you to have this and hold it close so you'll never forget me. Erica flower bookmark. Okay. This flower used to represent fear and humiliation for me. But once you become king, I hope it comes to mean liberty. One day this country will balk at the very idea of innocent children turned slaves. It may not be easy. In fact, many will probably oppose it. But we still have to make it happen. We have to believe in our ideals and continue onward. Frey, you feel the same way, don't you? June and I went back together, discussing our hope for a brighter future. What did she give me? Did she give me something?
What now?
Where are these items? Do. Is it not in this category? What is the new thing in this category? Oh my god. Oh. They're key items. Oh, the Erica Flower bookmark. +3 magic and +2 almighty when channeling the masked dancer. +5 agility when channeling the thief. +5 strength when channeling Berserker. +1 to all stats when channeling the Seeker. Okay. We have got a lot of stuff. Is Nurse down here?
All right then.
He's this way. Oh, I hate the pumping heart. Dang it. I don't want to listen to the pumping heart.
Now then.
Well, well, tomorrow's the main event itself, eh? I thought it'd be nice to have a bit of a chat before then. How about we go somewhere with a nice view? Beautiful. Yeah, a quick teleport should do the trick. Anything to get away from this beating heart. Thank you.
Whoa!
Whoa! I love Neris. What a grand meteor show. Like the sky itself, wishing you luck with a dance of stars, eh? How poetic of you. I didn't know you were such a poet. Well, I dabble. My real love's sonnets are reserved for dragon crystals, though. Meteor showers are fine, but how lovely it'd be to have a rain of crystals. I have mentioned dragon crystals too before, haven't I? They're the remains of a great magical entity floating high up in the heavens. You sometimes find them crashed down in the mountains. We take those and process them for use in gauntlet runners, you see, as a semi-biological component.
True.
My dream was to fly to the sky and pluck one straight from the firmament. Was? What do you mean was?
Yep.
Well, now I have gone above the horizon. I've flown, and if I don't stop here, one day the crystals in the heavens will be within reach. But it makes me wonder. I've spent a lifetime honing my skills and stuffing myself with knowledge. I can't let myself be satisfied with flying alone, can I? Until now, all my research and projects have been for the sake of my dream. The idea of doing it for altruism or public good, poppycock. Far too abstract for my tastes. But this journey, seeing you all work for the people for a better world, it's gotten under my skin. Burns in me like the same mad passion of my most ambitious projects. If an invention of mine helps someone out there or gives them joy, that's my part in changing this land, eh? It's just like what you and our merry band do, tromping all over and helping all sorts. A change that happens one city at a time, instead of by order of some lofty authority. This world is full of inconveniences and irrationalities, what? Well, my lad, that's what I intend to change. One invention at a time. What are you gonna make?
Well,
Have you already come up with some ideas? Not a one, chum. After all, up till now, I've had rather a one-track mind for the runners alone. But soon enough, you'll be crowned a king, and that'll be that. But you do know the road ahead is only going to be bumpier, don't you? I imagine a grand title like Your Majesty would crush the very backs of most who wore it, and yet you're rather looking forward to it, aren't you? Ah, that reminds me. There's something I'd like you to have. A dragon crystal specimen. Thank you.
Here.
The first dragon crystal I ever found. Just a shard, really. Not enough magic power to have any practical application. But when I picked this up, that's when my dream hit me. One day, I'd go to the skies, and now here we are.
I'll do it.
I'll get you all to Louise tomorrow, no matter what. We'll make the impossible possible.
Hey.
You hear me, lad? Don't you falter now. Okay. After gazing at the stars for a while, Nurse and I returned to the Gauntlet Runner. I think Nurse was threatening me. Okay, let's not be in here with the beating heart anymore.
all right then.
While I try to find a map with one of our characters on it. Oh, this one has a lot of them. Let's go to this map.
Well, I'll not loiter in a storm.
Okay, this is Stroll.
At last.
Tomorrow we settle things with Louise for good. We're as prepared as we can be, so why not pass the time over a hot meal at the Honeybee?
No, then.
Now, let's dig in. I asked Fabienne to go all out and load us up with extra special dishes. What a grand feast. It was quite the feast.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we battle Louise, do we not? We need to eat well and keep our spirits high. Fabienne, keep it coming, if you would.
Huh?
What? Misters, you ate all that meat? I served more than people usually finish, too. Shall I bring out another helping?
No.
No, this is more than enough. It was great, thank you. Tomorrow, you're going to fight, right? Ah, almost correct, Maria. We're going to fight and win. And then this guy here will become king and make this a good country. A good country? A peaceful country. Where there's no fighting. Yeah, so won't you cheer us on, Maria?
Yeah.
Of course, I'll always cheer for you. Miss Fabienne will too, right? Naturally. We'll wait here with bated breath for their triumphant return, won't we? I was kind of surprised that Fabienne wasn't a follower. Almost caught her social rank. A good country. You know, Frey, if I felt even for a moment that Louise's ideology had merits, I might not be in this fight. But we know that's not the case. He desires a country where the weak and helpless are culled. Everyone would know and see that, yet do nothing. No one would benefit by saving such people. They would be written off as a loss, and yet the masses still support Louise. When did our country become so bleak? We'll help anyone in need. It started as little more than a clever campaign slogan, but thinking back, I think we all felt power in those words. Still, speaking the words is easy, but acting on them is another thing entirely, even for a king. I'm not giving up.
Right.
You're right, but just because it's difficult doesn't mean I'm going to give up. And that's what makes you, you.
Got a moment?
Remember? The inheritance my parents left me was all the people of Halia. Our people are our greatest fortune. I'll never forget that. My parents were good lords, and the people of Halia loved them for it. I truly hope with all my heart that this country becomes that and more.
Take this.
So I want you to have this. A crested short sword. This short sword has been passed down through House Haliatus for generations. It's said to protect its owner. The fact I've survived until now is proof enough.
Hey.
No matter what happens tomorrow, win. Don't die. You must fight for the sake of the many lives in this country.
It'll be all right.
It'll be all right. I'll be right there with you. Stroll and I shared a firm oath to each other, then finished our meals. Look at all that magla I have now. Alright. Over here should be Brigida. I didn't think you'd come see me at a time like this. Welcome. You've come all this way. We can talk as long as you like.
So,
Those UGF children I took in seem to be regaining their spirits little by little.
yes.
The grief of losing their parents and hometown is not easily buried, of course, but I thought enlisting them as my helpers might provide a welcome distraction. Helpers? What are they helping with? I've no intention of putting such small children on anything dangerous. That's what I have you here for, after all. I've been racking my brain trying to think of functions for an igniter that would have no use as a weapon. For lack of any ideas of my own, I asked the children. It was like I'd open a floodgate, idea after idea, jet shoes based on wind propulsion, super brooms that clean the floor with water and wind magic combined. Sounds fun.
Right. Yes.
Indeed, they dreamed of all kinds of things. Even better is that all their suggestions really could help improve people's lives with a little adjustments for practicality. They also suggested a pen that could write sparkling text and an instrument that could play itself. Of course, I asked what the point of these trifles could be, and their response, it'd be fun. In short, they're playthings. The thought took me entirely off guard. Their suggestions were worthless as weapons. They barely even sounded useful, but I could certainly see them putting smiles on children's faces.
Fair point.
Perhaps that's just what this country needs. Something good for nothing, but a smile now and then. Oh, whoops. So you're planning on opening a toy shop?
I see now.
It does sound interesting in its own quaint way, but I have something broader in mind, something not limited to igniters. What were the options? I was just pressing X. I probably would have said, I think you're right. Whatever. Sanctism dominates this country in many ways. They profit off of every destructive igniter sold, while entertainment and tools of simple utility are restricted. I'm gonna change that. I'll make this a country known for better products, tools for happiness instead of violence.
Listen.
As for this country you dream of, you've not even set foot on the path yet. To look at the distance you must tread, many would advise against it, but I will walk it beside you. I know I can count on you. Just watch. Between my connections, my tech, and my business sense, it'll be a simple task. Give me your hand. Reaching out to someone without any sort of self-interested calculation. I haven't done this since I was a child. I was too scared. Yet somehow you make it possible. My dreams, my aspirations, let this handshake be as entrusting them to you. I was gonna say, is she just gonna leave me hanging? A small trinket of some sort was placed in my palm and trusted to me. Brigida's brooch.
This here.
Personally cut and polished, I'll have you know. I looked for a magla crystal that gleams with the same clarity as your eyes. It's a meager little thing to hold, but I hope you can feel how heavy my wishes have made it. May fortune favor you.
Try not to die.
Try not to die. Don't die, Frey. You are hope for the children, for me, and hope is not so easily replaced. I spent some time with Brigida talking of our hopes for changes soon to come. Okay. Eupha.
It's finally here.
Everything will be decided tomorrow. I'd like to visit my brother before we fight. Would you teleport with me to Atria? Yes, I will. I will also get a drink because my throat hurts. Brother.
You've come.
Oh, if it isn't my dear sister. And with Frey in tow. Have you come all this way to see me? Yes. I needed to talk with you at any cost. We told Edeni about tomorrow's decisive battle against Louise. Tomorrow's finally the day, is it? Then allow me to take this opportunity to speak with you. Once you stop Louise and take the throne, what are your plans for what follows? Surely you don't imagine the book will close on a happily ever after. Your people will not be a monolith. Even your supporters who agree with you have varied expectations, and those differences will drag you down. All as enemies lurk in the shadows.
Right.
Oh, crap. You're right, and I'm prepared for that. What were the... Whatever.
Oh.
You worry too much, brother. Frey has us with him. No matter how thorny the path he walks becomes, we are all determined to walk it beside
I
him.
see.
Good. If you're so resolved, I have nothing further to say. I pray that with every step you take, the path bears fruit. Listen for word of our victory tomorrow, brother. We're going to survive, and we'll most certainly return to the island.
Now that you mention it.
Oh, wait, I had something I wanted to give you, Frey. I'll run into the house and retrieve it. That Eupha, always in such a hurry. She'll never change. I've been looking after her for a long time, but I'm thinking it's time to entrust that role to someone else. Leave her to me. Or like who? Leave her to me. I'd like you to entrust me with that role.
Thanks.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Eupha trusts you too. Actually, it's quite clear she does more than that. If you've been planting false expectations in my sister's head, I hope you know I won't stay quiet about it. I sense hostility from Edeni, who's sporting a fake smile. It looks like you two are having a rousing conversation. Indeed, we were talking about the swarms of vicious man-eating sharks that teem in the night sea. I was telling him that if someone were to be thrown in, they'd die instantly. Oh, the adults told me that lie all the time when I was a child. Bad children who lie. We're thrown into the sea at night, they'd say.
What is it?
You're looking a little pale, Frey. What's wrong? Well, didn't you say you have something to give him?
See this for yourself.
Ah, yes, I do. Here. For your hands only. A rippling shell. This is the shell of a ripple snail. It's a good luck charm here on the island. If you hold it to your ear, you can hear the sound of the ocean. Tradition says it contains a prayer for its owner to return home safely. Just like how the waves return to shore. Wives give these to their husbands when they head out to sea. Well, it's quite the gift. Did I say their husbands? You did. Anyway, let's get going. Did Eupha just propose to us in front of her brother who just threatened to murder us? What a time. Let's get going. We've got a big day ahead of us. Before I'm eaten by sharks. Yeah. We said our goodbyes to Edeni and returned to Grantrad. Eupha is trying to kill me. And after I said she was best girl. What the heck? That's not the button I wanted. Ah.
All right then.
There are two people inside of what's it called? The Hushed Honeybee. It was Hulkenberg and Maria. But I don't want to do them yet. Let's go to Martira.
Let's go.
This should be Varden.